Sometimes the only way to find clarity is to drive directly into the heart of the storm. The night presses in, a suffocating darkness broken only by the frantic rhythm of the windshield wipers. Rain hammers against the glass, blurring the world into a chaotic watercolor of glistening roads and skeletal trees. The SUV plows through deep, muddy tracks as the headlights punch futilely into a wall of dense fog. A nervous glance in the rearview mirror reflects only darkness and a pair of weary eyes. The GPS flickers and dies, its voice replaced by the hiss of radio static, severing the last tie to the world left behind. Civilization is now just a fading memory. The paved road surrenders to a forgotten trail, leading the vehicle deep into a colossal pine forest shrouded in mist. From above, the SUV is a solitary metal beetle crawling through an immense breathing wilderness. The engine cuts out, and silence, thick and heavy, descends. He pulls up beside a hidden lake, its surface a black mirror reflecting the turbulent sky. Stepping out, the cold air hits him like a physical blow. A powerful flashlight beam cuts through the gloom, scanning the impenetrable wall of trees that encircles him. He is utterly and completely alone, a guest in a realm that is ancient and indifferent. With practiced urgency, he begins to unload his gear. The wind howls, a malevolent force that rips at the tent fabric as he fights to give it form. Rain soaks through his jacket, cold and relentless. His hands, chapped and numb, work deftly, tying down ropes and hammering stakes into the saturated earth. His boots sink into the thick mud, grounding him in the raw, untamed reality of this place. Every action is a small victory against the overwhelming power of the storm, a testament to his resolve to endure the night. Under the relative shelter of a tarp, a fire springs to life, its defiant crackle a warm counterpoint to the storm's fury. Flames dance and lick at the darkness, casting long, flickering shadows. He cooks a thick steak over the embers, its sizzle a comforting, primal sound. Steam rises from a tin mug of black coffee, mingling with the smoke and rain in the cinematic glow of his headlamp. For a moment, there is a fragile pocket of warmth and civilization carved out of the hostile wilderness. But the forest does not sleep. Strange, unidentifiable sounds echo from the deep woods. A snapping twig, a low rustle, something that sounds almost like a whisper on the wind. Grabbing his flashlight, he pushes past the curtain of rain and walks toward the tree line. The camera follows him, tense and unsteady, mirroring his own apprehension. The fog swirls around him, playing tricks on the eye, turning distant trees into shadowy, watching figures. The suspense is a palpable presence, a tightening knot in the pit of his stomach. He returns to the tent, the thin nylon walls offering a fragile shield against the elements and the unknown. He zips the flap, sealing himself inside his small sanctuary. The sound of the rain becomes a steady, meditative drumming on the roof. By the soft, warm light of a lantern, he opens a journal. The pen scratches across the page, his thoughts a quiet stream flowing in the heart of the great roaring storm. The fury of the night gives way to a serene, hushed morning. Soft sunlight filters through the canopy, piercing the lingering fog with gentle, ethereal beams. The world is washed clean. He stands by the now calm lake, sipping hot coffee from his mug, the steam misting in the cool air. The silence is no longer menacing, but peaceful. With quiet efficiency, he packs up his camp, leaving no trace of his brief passage, and prepares to continue his journey. The journey continues, a steady ascent from the vibrant green of the forest floor into the stark, white world of the mountains. The landscape transforms, becoming more rugged and severe with every mile. The air grows colder, and soon flakes of snow begin to drift down, quickly escalating into a driving blizzard. The road becomes a treacherous ribbon of ice, demanding his full concentration. Drone shots capture the breathtaking isolation of his vehicle, a lone dark speck navigating an endless expanse of white. He finally arrives at his destination, an old abandoned wooden cabin half buried in snow, a lonely sentinel in the frozen wilderness. He unloads his winter gear, his movements deliberate in the biting cold. He sets up a new camp in the deep snow beside the cabin, the fresh powder crunching under his boots. This new environment is even more demanding, more unforgiving, but he meets it with a quiet determination. With an axe, he splits wood, the sharp thud of the blade echoing in the crisp air. Soon a roaring fire blazes near the cabin, a beacon of warmth against the encroaching winter night. He prepares a simple meal of hot soup and cured meat, the nourishment a welcome comfort. Close-ups reveal the fine details of his survival, frost clinging to his beard, a dusting of snow on his thick gloves, and the warm, inviting glow of lanterns casting a circle of light in the vast darkness. As he eats, he notices something unsettling. A line of mysterious footprints, not his own, is pressed into the fresh snow, leading away from his camp and into the dark, snow-laden forest. A new wave of suspense washes over him. Flashlight in hand, he decides to follow the tracks. The snowstorm intensifies, the wind whipping snow into a blinding veil, quickly obscuring the path ahead and threatening to swallow him whole. He eventually turns back, the mystery of the tracks left unsolved. He returns to the comforting circle of his fire, the warmth seeping back into his bones. He sits for a long time watching the snow fall in thick, silent flakes, a sense of profound peace settling over him. The wilderness is vast and full of secrets, but for now he is safe within his small bubble of light and heat. The mountain morning arrives in a blaze of gold and rose, the sunrise painting the snow-covered peaks in breathtaking colors. The world is pristine, silent, and achingly beautiful. He stands with his coffee, a solitary figure watching the dawn break over the immense wilderness. He takes a final, deep breath of the frigid air before turning back to his vehicle, ready to continue his unending journey into the wild.